A couple of things have changed since last month. Well, first of all, I changed my hair color. If you didn't notice that while clicking on this video, well, can you even see? What a great joke. What is up, you guys? It is Zayden Matthew, and it's been a whole entire month since I filmed a YouTube video, and like, wow, I'm so good at YouTube. Literally took me a whole freaking month to film a new video. I'm very bad at keeping track of when I need to do things. I've not only been busy, I've not even been that busy, I've just been really like depressed, anxious type of deal, and I was like, huh, I'm lazy, I ain't doing that shit today. Every weekend that rolls around. I was staring down doing a pet tag or story time, and everyone on my Instagram poll voted story time. And by the way, self-promo, if you don't follow me on Instagram, Smiley Zay, hit me up. Wow, that promo. Basically, in this story time, I was thinking about just doing a how I discovered I was trans video, and I think that'd be the best way to go at it. Best story time ever, huh? So I guess I should just get into the video. Basically, how I discovered I was trans was, ever since I was a little kid, like I always had this feeling. I never felt like a girl, per se. When I was little, I knew I was different, but I didn't really know how. I've always wanted to hang out with the guys. I never, like, I had some friends that were girls, but like, I never really connected with them that much. But of course, I was a little kid, I didn't really care. All I paid with was like dinosaurs and like cars and like stuff like that. I never really took down the lane of Barbies until later on when I felt like I had to. All through elementary school, I was kind of picked on. I tried to hang out with guys more, and the guys were like, ooh, you're a girl, get away from me, that's disgusting. And the girls were all like, ooh, you're weird, get away from me, basically. So no one really wanted to be my friend except for a few select people, and even then they didn't really, like, we're good friends. I was always by myself. I also started with truancy issues when I was about in 3rd grade. So basically elementary school pretty much picked on the whole time, mostly by this one girl, and she later apologized, and I used to see her around a couple years ago when I still lived at my old house and I still went to my old school. I would see her sometimes. I haven't seen her since though. I don't know what she's up to, but there's that. I don't think she realizes how big of a role she played on me in elementary school. So that's fun. Up in like, when I was about like 10, I think I was 10. Was YouTube a thing when I was 10? I don't know. It was like either like 10 or 11 or 12, somewhere around there. I had this little mini tablet thing that was like an Android tablet. It wasn't really like nice per se. Like I usually just watched videos of it every single night, like on it when I was supposed to be getting ready for school. Like going to sleep for school and stuff. I would watch stuff online. I suddenly stumbled upon like transgender videos and stuff, and then it branched off into me looking at Tumblr, reading a bunch of stuff about people that were trans, and I realized like, hey, I relate. I feel that way. I never felt like a girl before, and I just kind of said I was a girl because everyone else told me I had to be. So around that time, I was like, huh, I'm really not a girl, but I need to do this. I need to stay a girl, because at the time I was very strong into believing God exists and God this, God that. I'm gonna go to hell if I feel this way. I need to get myself straight. So basically, myself straight, haha, that didn't happen. Ba-bum-ching, no. Like, around that time is pretty much when I started getting into makeup. I would wear makeup, like, oh, I need to do the most feminine thing possible. That way no one believes that, no one suspects that I'm a dude. No one can suspect that I'm trans. No one can suspect this. I have to hide this. So I spent around that age until roughly 13, late 13, almost 14, pretty much around that age, which I've always been super mature for my age. So, yeah, but around that time I was like, like, I was really suicidal. I was super depressed and anxious all the time over wearing makeup, and I had like the long hair, like I was really good at makeup, girly clothes, doing everything I could to present feminine and have everyone believe that I'm not trans. And that was a really hard time for me, and I mostly did it for my dad, that way he wouldn't turn against me, which he ended up doing that when I came out. So and then it just got to a point where I was like, screw everyone else, and I decided I wanted to come out. Came out to my mom, and at first she didn't believe me, so I came out to her a couple times before I really like, you know, I hinted, but I didn't really was like, hey, like this is what I am, you know what I mean? So basically we were sitting, the first time I came out to her, she didn't believe me. She thought I was influenced. Because around that time, I was friends with this guy named Aiden, which I'm going to go ahead and give his name. We're still kind of friends. Me and him were super close. He was a trans guy, and he was one of the people that really made me want to like come out and like be happy with myself, because I was sick of feeling the way I was, and he was like, can't tell you what you are, but like, you know what I mean? So pretty much that's what I remember. I don't know if it's just my brain being stupid or if that's actually what happened, but like that's what I remember. And so kept talking to him, and like he was pretty great. He was in my life for a while. We're still friends. So I really appreciate him, and thanks Aiden if you even watch this. And I started gradually like branching into more masculine clothes. I got my hair cut off before I came out. My hair was like down to here at the time, and then I took 2 braids, went to the hairdresser, lady cut it off. I had a really feminine haircut even though it was short. But my hair getting cut short was a really huge awakening for me. I was like, this is amazing, like, oh my god, like I cannot believe this, like, ooh, look at me, what a man. So I was still in makeup and stuff, and then after that I slowly started branching off into more masculine clothes. I bought my first binder, and then it broke eventually, and then I was out without it for a while, but the first binder I had was amazing. And now obviously I dress really masculine, and I'm finally more like, I'm out, and like I'm out at school and everything, and school's still hard for me. I'm always anxious and always depressed, and like it's really hard when you're constantly like wanting to chop your own tits off. Like it's so much fun. But overall I'm glad that I came out, and you know, it's a hard journey, and I'm still on the journey. I'm really proud of my journey, and like this is like not even full on into it, but like I've always had a feeling that I was different from everybody else. I always felt like a guy, never really told anyone, and finally just deciding to come out was a great thing. I'm going on almost 2 years of coming out to my parents, and this is my first year out at school, so it's been like 5 months maybe, at school, that is. Obviously some people like knew at school before. Like last year I was out on the internet, but I wasn't like, that's why I didn't give anyone at my old, like my new school, like any of my social media. And I was like, I don't have social media, just so that, you know, they wouldn't find out that I'm trans. So I was hiding then. That was one of the, like, that was a really hard time, like last year, which is 8th grade for me. It was a really hard time because everyone viewed me one way and I felt like another, and I just didn't know how to come out. And at that time, even now it's really hard for me to be friends with cis guys, because no one really views me as a guy at school either, which is pretty hard because I try really hard presenting that as masculine as I can. I put together the most masculine clothes I can possibly grab, and I go out in public and it's like, hello ma'am. So that's really hard for me. I still don't pass it all, and I'm still like trying to get on testosterone. Hopefully that will fix things. Like maybe I'll be able to come out and like, well, not come out, but like be able to pass in public without people knowing that I'm trans. But yeah, so being trans is not like fun. Yeah, it's at least not for me. I mean, I don't know who it's fun for. Yeah, so basically that's pretty much the story time of today, is how I kind of started discovering I was trans and how my life has been since then. which it's hard to think about because I know that I'll always be this way for my entire life, and that's not something that I want to be. I don't want to be trans at all, but I am, and that's something that I can't change about myself because it's not a choice. It's kind of an inside look of my mind, I guess, and what I've been through. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, I guess. Subscribe if you want. My hair's being weird. But yeah, it's a long video. Catch you on the flip side. I don't know. Deuces. I still can't turn the camera off. Okay, so this video is really hard for me to film. It was really emotional for me to film it, and also really emotional for me to edit it. So like, if you watch it, like, just know like, it was hard for me to film, and it's a long video, so if you watched it, thanks. Yeah, just wanted to add that because I didn't say anything about it when I was filming it. Wow. Catch you on the flip side. This is like the fourth time I've done this, like an extra video at the end of my video. Like, I need to stop. Like, no one cares. Okay. Bye. I don't wanna bless you. Baby, I'm a priest in the underworld, guess you. Little Bo Peep with a brand new flow too. Looking at my teeth like you never seen a go-to. Never in the streets cause I never leave my home. If you wanna live a dream, I ain't coming, bitch, I told you. Also gained a lot of weight. That's like not worth talking about, but like, come on, like, I'm so fat now.